Good afternoon, everybody. It is Monday, July 11th today, and I've got my Southern Oregon market update for you. So, taking a look at our inventory right now, we are at 1,236 active single-family residential listings on the market between Jackson and Josephine counties. So that number is up once again, up 21 units from last week. We had 121 new listings, 106 go pending, 84 closed, and 30 off the market due to expired or canceled listings. So the pending, new, and closed count is definitely lower, but we had a holiday week, so I anticipated it would be. I imagine those numbers will be up this next week and the following. But anyway, take a look at my market report. You'll find a lot of data there, and you'll find my newsletter. And in fact, the topic of today's discussion is recession, and we're in one. Whether you believe it or not, we had 2 consecutive quarters where the growth of the GDP was negative. So negative growth indicates that basically our gross domestic product is shrinking throughout the quarter. So we are technically classified as a recession with 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP. But not to get much further into that, I've got a lot of other stats to share with you. We have the June stats in from the MLS. So I've got some really neat stats to give you here. So June of 2021 versus June of 2022. The closed listing count is down 15% year over year from June to June. We are at 2.65 months of inventory right now. Still way into a seller's market. We need 6 months to be neutral. The median sales price is up 6% compared to last June. Active listing count is up 49% in Josephine County, 39% in Jackson County. So like we have talked about before, we've doubled that inventory since the beginning of this year. Our volume sold in Jackson County is down 15%, and it is up in Josephine County 6%. So up 6% in Josephine, down 15% in Jackson. A little bit of a split there between the counties. The sold to list price ratio, whereas list price is 100%, and right now in Josephine County, the selling price is 96%, and in Jackson County, it's 98%. So still seeing an outstanding number there. We're not necessarily seeing over 100% now or right at 100% like we were for a while, but that is still a phenomenal number. Days on the market right now, in one county and the other, we are right around a month. One's a little under a month, one's a little over a month for the month of June. So a lot of neat stats there. I think what determines what's going to happen with this market in what we're calling now a recession is going to depend on how much the inflation is. This Wednesday, meaning the 13th, you're going to see the CPI, which is the inflation percentage, come out for the month of June. And then July 26th and 27th, the Fed has their next meeting, and that's when they're going to discuss what the next rate hike is going to be for the Fed overnight rate. This June inflation report is really going to affect what their decision is. And I'd imagine, just kind of throwing a guess out there, inflation in June was probably going to be landing between 7 and 8% still, with I believe inflation in May was about 8.6%. And keep in mind that inflation number does not include fuel or your food. So if they included fuel and food in the actual inflation number, it would be an outrageous number. And I think that's why they don't, because they'd rather show you a smaller percentage number, not freak everyone out. Because as we all know, fuel is almost up 100%. So that would definitely change that number. Anyway, this has been kind of a long market report, so if you're still here, thanks for sticking with it. I hope you all have a great rest of the week. As always, I really appreciate referrals. A word-of-mouth business goes a long ways, especially in a small valley like ours. So thank you to everyone who has given my name out at some point in time. Feel free to share my Facebook page to these folks. Like, subscribe, and share my YouTube videos. I really appreciate any of that. So everyone have a good week, and we'll see you next